welcome to the Mouse Bites. I think I am live. I hope you all have had a fantastic week and are ready to get to the news because we have a lot of it. It feels like I go away for a week and Disney just throws out every bit of news that you possibly could ever get. So we have a ton of news to get through. So if you all have any questions about any of the news that I talk about, or if there's anything that has come out that maybe I haven't talked about that you want to talk about, feel free to ask those questions in the comments, and I will be more than happy to share any answers that I have with you all. So just feel free to ask those in the comments. Also, like I said, if you've got any questions about anything that we talk about, because I know that there is a lot to talk about, and it's just, I can't even tell you, it was just a crazy couple of weeks. So like I said, if you have anything you want to discuss, feel free to ask those questions in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them either here live or in the future when I see them, come up, and I'll be happy to answer them then too. So welcome to the Mouse Bites, everybody. First things first, we are going to start with the fact that there is a brand new restaurant coming to the Japan Pavilion, which is really kind of cool. This is going to be a signature restaurant. You can see what it looks like here. And this new table service restaurant is going to, like I said, be a signature restaurant, and it's going to be inspired by the natural beauty of the country of Japan. Now, this upscale dining menu will highlight, of course, Wagyu beef, which is one of the things that Japanese culture is famous for. And guests are going to be able to experience the ultimate experience with multi-course tasting menus featuring traditional tea service as well, which is kind of cool. Signature cocktails and premium sake will also be available, along with, of course, a wine and craft beer menu. Now, this restaurant sounds so fantastic. I can't wait to try it out when it officially opens this summer at the Walt Disney World Resort. So that's going to be really awesome. Now, speaking of things happening at the Walt Disney World Resort, this fall, we're going to have the 2019 Food and Wine Festival happening once again. Yes, everybody, it is here. It is time to start planning your vacations for the Food and Wine Festival. With it starting, August 29th, earlier than ever, it feels like, you're going to want to, that's so soon. So you're going to want to make sure you have your plans ready. And in order to do that, you can now make reservations for seminars, demonstrations, as well as any special dining experience that you'd like to. So there are a couple of restaurants that have special dining options. They have like special meals you can enjoy. Of course, there are the seminars and demonstrations with celebrity chefs, things like that. So it's a really good experience, but you do have to have reservations for all of those things. So you can book those right now. So make sure you go ahead and do that if you haven't done it already. Now, moving on, speaking of other restaurants, we have the Epcot Space Restaurant, which has been confirmed, and they're actually building it right now. You can see it being built. See, this is what it looks like, or what it will look like, I guess I should say. You can see it being built next to Test Track and Mission Space. And this restaurant is now slated to be open later this year. So we did not have an opening date before, and now we officially do. And it's going to be a dining experience that is completely out of this world. Get it? Because you're in space. Okay, anyway, it's going to be a really great restaurant. And again, this is one that I cannot wait to try. And I'm wondering if you all are as excited as I am to try this. It is being brought to life by the Patina Group, who has brought to life many of your other favorite restaurants like Via Napoli and the Edison and Morimoto Asia and things like that. So it's going to be an awesome new restaurant for Epcot. Moving over to the Magic Kingdom, there is an exciting news as the Tomorrowland Speedway has officially reopened. Yay! So the Speedway had actually been closed for refurbishment for the rerouting of the track to make way for the addition of the upcoming Tron roller coaster that is being built in Tomorrowland that is expected to open in 2021. So, if you are going down this summer, your little ones or you are going to get to ride at the Tomorrowland Speedway once again. Moving on to some things that you can do while waiting in line, the Play Disney Parks app has actually rolled out a few new games for you and your family or friends to enjoy. Now, the Play Disney Parks app is an app that you have to download on your phone, but it offers some interactive experiences, games, things like that, that you can play while you're waiting in line or walking around the park, things like that. Now, 2 new experiences are going to be introduced, and one is based off the log flume adventure of Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom, where guests can can play games and they can participate in all that. And then I believe at the end of the game, you are going to be able to get some special photo mat type things that you can, digital photo mat type things that you can download. Now there's another one, and it's going to be for the KidCot Fun Stops. And this is going to be basically guests can go around and they're going to look for little puzzle pieces. And then they're going to take photos of the puzzle pieces, and then that's going to tie into this new KidCot Fun Stop game. Now, the good news is the KidCot Fun Stops are not going away, so you're still going to be able to play those. But this is going to be just in addition to. So it's a great way to either for you or your child to be able to explore World Showcase a little more in more detail. And I think that's awesome. We have a refurbishment for Disney's Hollywood Studios, and that is for Mickey's of Hollywood. Now, this shop is closed for refurbishment, and it has been. It started on May 14th, and this refurbishment is going to include a new floor plan, merchandise fixtures, as well as new lighting and more. Now, the location will not reopen until September, but it will still feature all the merchandise that you know and love. So just know that that particular store is actually going to be closed for a little bit of time. So just keep that in mind. Staying at Disney's Hollywood Studios, there is going to be a preview for Toy Story 4. Now, who else is excited about this movie? I was a little nervous at first because I love Toy Story. It is my favorite Pixar film of all. And so, I thought they ended Toy Story 3. It was the perfect end. I'm a little nervous about Toy Story 4, but the things that I've heard about the film have been fantastic. So if you want to learn more about the film and catch a preview of this upcoming movie, you'll be able to do so at the Walt Disney Presents attraction. And the preview begins on May 24th. So if you're a little anxious like me and want to see a little bit more about this upcoming film, make sure you check out Walt Disney Presents to see the Toy Story 4 preview. Now, do you have a little one who likes to participate in Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique? Or maybe you have a little one who likes to participate in the Pirates League? Or maybe you have a husband who is like mine and likes to get their hair cut on Main Street, USA at the Harmony Barbershop. Well, I have fantastic news for you. Guests can now book these appointments online. Now, you could not do that before. You had to call Disney in order to be able to make these reservations. However, with the new online reservation system, you can search for available dates, schedule your appointments, and make cancellations to any existing appointments, all from the ease of your smartphone or your computer. So that's going to make things so much easier. Although for me, it's going to be a little more disappointing because my husband likes to go to the Harmony Barbershop without an appointment. And I know people called before, but I feel like with the online appointment system, those appointments are going to book up even faster. So if you want to do the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, the Pirates League, or the Harmony Barbershop, make sure you make those online appointments ASAP, so that way you've got your appointment scheduled and you don't walk in like we will and probably get turned away. So just keep that in mind. Tickets are now on sale for the NBA experience. So this brand new state-of-the-art facility is going to be opening on August 12th. And it's a one-of-a-kind destination where guests can feel what it's really like to be on the basketball court. There are going to be 13 interactive and hands-on games that guests can play and experience. If you want to find out what those games are, make sure you check out the Mouse for Less blog. We have an article on there that details what every single game is going to be, so you can get an idea ahead of time to see if you want to actually do the NBA experience. Ticket prices are also on that blog article. So they run in about the $30 range. I think it's like 33 something for adults. So make sure you check out the article so you can find out exactly how much it's going to cost and just what you're going to get to do when you go to the NBA experience. Again, this is going to be another thing that I know I'm going to have to do with my husband, who is a huge basketball fan. So you'll definitely get some news about that from me when we actually do it. Some sad news, Bongos Cuban Cafe is officially closing at Disney Springs. Yes, the Rhythm eventually got this Gloria Estefan restaurant. I love that joke. I know it's really dumb, but I love it. Anyway, so the restaurant, which was situated in the west side section of the shopping and dining district, is closing because the family is actually going to be going a different direction, and they are moving their restaurant to another resort. So if you enjoy Gloria Estefan dining, you can go find out what the other resort is. It's Margaritaville, and you can go dine there. There's no official date on when Bongos is going to be closing. All we know is the restaurant will be officially closing this summer. We also don't know what will be replacing Bongos, but I can guarantee you that something big will be replacing it. I'm sure Disney is working on its replacement, and it will be another famous chef who's bringing their great creations to the Disney Springs area. So I'm sure we'll find out more once Bongos officially closes. So that, I'm telling you, is all the news that I have for you this week. That was a lot. Like I said, Disney just sort of threw everything out there and was like, here you go. Here's all the news. So anyway, if you guys, like I said, have any questions about any of these things, feel free to ask those in the comments, and I will be happy to answer those. And I know we have one question here from Neil. And he says that we have a backstage magic tour that is now, that I'm assuming they're saying now showing up in the My Disney Experience app. I don't remember that happening before. That is true. I didn't know that the tours were showing up, but I do know that for a long period of time, they were not showing up. So it's good to know that that information is now showing up. However, there is a problem with this. If you're trying to surprise someone with the the tour or whatever, and they're in your My Disney Experience, they're going to be able to see it. So that is kind of a bummer. You can't hide that anymore, I'm guessing. So it's good for people who were worried that they didn't have their reservation, but bad for people who were hoping to be able to surprise their significant other. So yeah, kind of a bummer on that fact, I guess. But anyway, so like I said, ask all your questions in the comments. Make sure you're following along with the Mouse for Less on all of our social sites. So you've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram. We're sharing a ton of content. We're going to have more content coming from Walt Disney World next weekend because, of course, it's me. And I can't spend a 3-day weekend in Atlanta, right? I have to go back to Walt Disney World. So I will be back. I promise I will not be going in the month of June. So you won't see any content from me in the month of June, but you will see content from me in next weekend. I plan on going to experience the new Rivers of Light show that debuts next weekend, as well as maybe some other surprises. I am not entirely sure what my plans are going to consist of, but they're flexible, and I have a few ideas. So anyway, I know for sure I will be experiencing the Rivers of Light new show. So make sure you're following along with all of our social sites. Also, make sure you're following along with us on Pinterest. We post our articles. We post all the updates that we make to the website and things like that on Pinterest. So if you're not following along with that, make sure you're doing that too. Make sure you're following along with our YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. We're posting lots of great content. We have our Practically Perfect planning videos that go up every other Tuesday, and this Tuesday is a brand new video, so make sure you are subscribed there. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter. We send it out bi-weekly, so the next edition is going out next weekend, next Sunday, and we have lots of great content that can help you plan your Disney vacation. We don't just focus on Walt Disney World, although that is kind of the main focus, but we do often post content about a Disney Cruise Line and Disneyland and that kind of thing. So I know some people get a little sad when they see just Walt Disney World content. I promise I sprinkle it in. So you get to see, you know, a lot of Disneyland stuff too, and Disney Cruise Line. So make sure you're subscribed there. And gosh, I think that's it. So I hope you all have a great week. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Again, make sure you're following along with us so you get to see all that great content from Walt Disney World. And we will see you all in a couple weeks for the next edition of the Mouse Bites. And please, Disney, please don't give me a lot of news to have to write about while I'm gone. But you know, that's kind of the fun. So we'll see y'all real soon.